Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Wilmot speaking from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for Goldmine 101, our regular series of short Goldmine presentations focusing on different CRM topics within Goldmine. And this morning, I'm going to take you through how you can access Goldmine on your mobile device using the Goldmine Web feature. Now, more on that in a minute. This presentation will be about quarter of an hour or so in duration, so it's just an overview of this feature, not meant to be in-depth training. My company, Wizard Systems, offer many extensive training options that I know some of you on the call today have taken advantage of and available should you need them. Now, on the call today, we've got people using all sorts of different versions of Goldmine. I know I'll be showing you the latest version of Goldmine. Pretty much all that I'm saying is relevant to recent releases of Goldmine with the Goldmine Web feature, but it's a good idea to be on the very latest version of Goldmine, and I'll explain towards the end how you do that. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. If you've got any questions, please type those into the question box on your meeting control panel, probably in the top right corner of your screen, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end. It's probably best to type those in as soon as you think of them rather than waiting to the very last minute. Now, also towards the end, I'll give you an update on any Goldmine product news. The call is being recorded, by the way. After the presentation, you will receive an email from our system with a link to the recording that you can play back at your leisure, and we'll most likely pop it up on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let's get started. As I normally do, just a very brief mention about my company, Wizard Systems. We're a long-standing Goldmine supplier based in the UK. We cover, of course, mainly the UK and further afield. In our time, we've implemented well over 3,000 installations of Goldmine into all sorts of different types of companies. And we offer a total service around Goldmine. Any assistance you need in customizing Goldmine, making it do more things for you. We also support about a dozen popular add-on systems to Goldmine that extend its functionality in some key areas, say like sales quoting. So we're very proficient in a wide range of popular add-ons there, and also providing any sort of Goldmine training you might need at your premises or our training center. We're based near Bristol, or we can do training online. And finally, we've got a friendly, responsive Goldmine help desk service here ready to answer any of your questions. So let's take a look at how you access Goldmine via your smartphone or iPhone or similar mobile device using Goldmine Web. Now, this is, I've just connected my mobile phone here. I'll expand this out very shortly, but just a little bit of background. So Goldmine Web is a part of Goldmine. As the name suggests, it's primarily a way of accessing your Goldmine system live via your browser or via the web. And so it's part of Goldmine. You do need to be on the latest version of Goldmine, and part of Goldmine Web, it's referred to as being mobile friendly. So you can access it on your mobile device and the screen will render itself appropriate to the device that you're using. I'm actually connecting to my Samsung phone this morning, and I've just logged in with your normal username and password. Is all very, very secure. And what you'll default to seeing initially is either a list of all of your contacts, all of your customers in your system, or your calendar, your activities. You can decide in your preferences which is the default landing page, if you like. So as you log in my example, I'm seeing all of my contacts here. Actually, let me just expand this screen out here just so you can see more about what's going on. There we go. Hopefully you can see that okay. So I'm showing all of my contacts here, and just like an Excel spreadsheet, we've got various key columns of information there, and I can obviously sort on any of these columns in ascending or descending order as I want to. Right at the top of my screen, I've got a search button. I've got my main menu, which allows you to jump to, at the moment, the 4 key areas that Goldmine Web, this mobile access, gives you. Accessing your contacts, your contact database, your activities and your calendar, your sales opportunities, and recently we added cases. Now there will be more functionality coming on board. The bottom line with Goldmine is that most of the development now is going into the cloud, if you like. How you can access Goldmine via the web, and making sure that when you're accessing the system via the web or via your mobile device, you've got all of the key things that you are used to on your normal Windows desktop. So you can see here the main menu, and then lower down, obviously some key functions to schedule a new activity, add a history, create a new contact record, maybe you've got a new inquiry, you want to pop that in as a new lead, or adding in a sales opportunity. If I just go back to contacts here, let's do a search for Tim Wilmot. There's one I did earlier. Click on my little magnifying glass, and that will show you the one or many contacts around that search. So it's found Tim Wilmot. If I click on this contact record, I'll be zooming into it in more detail. Incidentally, we have found with all of our implementations of this, it's very, very fast. It's a really slick, fast system. So here's a contact record, and because of my screen size, I've got everything in sort of one long column, if you like. So initially we're displaying all of the key contact information about this person. Just below the contact name, by the way, we've got little icons there for changing this contact record, scheduling activity, scheduling a sale, completing activity, or I can quickly jump to some key information about this customer. So if I just scroll down gently here, we've got, as I say, all of the key information, typically what you see in the top half of your customer contact record in Goldmine. Also, there's a map function as well. You can click on that to actually zoom in and see where this contact is located. That was recently added. And we've got here obviously the last contact, main interest type, typical fields that you see, typical key fields that you see in the top half of your screen, phone number fields there. And then as we go a little bit lower down, we're now going along the key tabs along your contact tab bar. So pending, history, details, notes, links to see other documents and so on, and additional contacts. And quite simply, it's very easy to just expand out these sections. So if I want to look at any outstanding activities for this contact, there they all are there. And I can dive into those and see emails, calls, appointments, just as you would do on your normal Goldmine system. And then likewise opportunities, if there are opportunities for this contact, and we can dive into those. I'll show you one in a little while. And links, any documents that relate to this contact, there they all are there. And right down towards the bottom, notes, any general notes about that contact. So there's an individual contact record. If I just pop back to the main menu here and go to contacts again. Also recently introduced was this refine button here, which allows you to access all of your normal filters and groups. Hopefully everyone's familiar with the way that you can create groups or lists of people in Goldmine via the filtering and grouping option. But also on the fly you can refine your search in a number of different ways. There we are, so you can search for any contact information fields within that. And also accessing your normal filters as well. There they all are there. So that's the contact section, all fairly straightforward and very easy to use. You also can then access your activities, your calendar, not only your activities but also your colleagues' activities as well. So depending on your access rights, you can see other people there. and also home down and see different types of activities as well. If you just want to see the calls you're doing today or the meetings that you've got today, you can do that as well. So I have my calendar displayed here, and also you can see a list of your phone calls, activities that don't have a specific time against them as well. Back to my main menu, and now let's look at opportunities. And again, like activities, we can then drill down and see activities of a specific user or opportunities of a specific user or all opportunities at a particular status. So here's a long list of opportunities on the go right now, and we can click on one of those and drill down and see that in more detail. Again, like the contact record, we're seeing essentially here the information in the top part of the opportunity record, the main information about this opportunity, its name, status, values, age, probability, and then as I go lower down, we see those key tabs running across the opportunity record that you might see in the normal Windows interface, with the Notes tab, the Pending tab, the History tab, and tasks relating to that opportunity. So a great way of seeing all of your sales when you're on the go. And finally, cases. So if you're using Goldmine for tracking any service activity, I'm sure most people are aware of the service center in Goldmine. So if in your business you have some kind of service activity that you need to track and log, this is all built into Goldmine here, a way of tracking a customer issue, problem, complaint. So if you've got technicians, engineers out on the road, they too could be using Goldmine. You're working more effectively, efficiently as a team with the support people sharing the same tool as your sales and marketing people. So that is essentially what we're tracking with Goldmine Web at the moment via my mobile device, those 4 key areas. Now, as I said earlier, this is going to be, we feel, a key area of Goldmine's development in the coming months and years to give you access to Goldmine live via your browser, whatever device you've got. And as each new major release, there's normally 1 or 2 major releases every year. We're currently on Goldmine 2016.1, the first major release, if you like, of 2016. Now there will be extra functionality added to Goldmine Web as time goes on, and we believe that the next release will have more options around dashboards and reporting within Goldmine Web and on your mobile device. So if any managers are out there or anybody wanting to review their performance and things that are going on, any key metrics, then dashboards is a key part of Goldmine and will be introduced very shortly to Goldmine Web here. So that's a quick run through how you can access Goldmine on your smartphone. Just to emphasize what I've said already, you do need to be on, ideally, the latest version of Goldmine, 2016.1, and you do need to have Goldmine Web installed. Goldmine Web comes with Goldmine. It's included in the price, but it does need to be installed. It doesn't take long to install it. If you have the inclination, you could install it yourselves, but most of our clients have asked us, it doesn't take us too long to install it for you on your server. So Goldmine is still installed on your server. It's got to be installed somewhere. And Goldmine Web is just this additional part of Goldmine that's installed that gives you access to live Goldmine via your browser or via your smartphone as well. So we update Goldmine first and then we install Goldmine Web for you. So we've come to that time of the call when I'm ready to answer any questions that you've got. So please locate your question section. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you've got. So first question from Tom, what is Goldmine Mobile? Is it the same thing? Very good question, Tom. So before Goldmine Web, there was a product called Goldmine Mobile from Goldmine, and it did give you access to, again, all the key parts of Goldmine. With the introduction of Goldmine Web, Goldmine Mobile, Tom, is being phased out. So it's still supported, but not actively promoted by us or Goldmine. The future is what you've just seen here, Goldmine Web with this mobile responsive access there. Next question, hopefully that answers your question, Tom. Next question from Irene. How does the licensing work? Will it take a Goldmine license? Yes, it will. So when you have a user logging in, Goldmine is still a concurrent license. So you purchase X number of licenses with the included Goldmine Web. As people log in, they're taking up a license. That's how Goldmine has always worked. That's how it currently works. So yes, you need a Goldmine license there. Next question from Steph. Is Goldmine Web responsive if viewed on different size phones, even computers and laptops? Yes, it is responsive to different browsers, screen sizes, different sizes of phones. If you're using your normal browser on, say, a tablet or a bigger device, you're more likely to use the standard Goldmine Web interface, not the mobile interface that I've shown this morning, Steph. Can you add, next question from Steph. Can you add custom fields to Goldmine Web? Yes, you can. You basically add them to your normal Goldmine system, and they will appear on your Goldmine Web screen or your mobile device. So you don't do any customization through your mobile. It's done on the main Office system there, Steph, via the Windows interface. Next question from Emily. How do we get the browser link in order to log in? Well, Goldmine Web has to be installed first, and then you will have a simple way of accessing your server location from wherever you are. So your server will have, in your Office, your server will have an internal address, and when you're out and about, it will have an external address, which may be slightly different. Emily, is your question specific to your installation there? I'll get one of my help desk people to contact you after the call. Next question from Declan. How do you look up against a postcode? That would be the refined search. Next question from Jenny. Do we need any additional licenses for this? No, you don't, Jenny. You just need to be up and running on the latest version of Goldmine 2016.1 and have Goldmine Web installed on your server. Then you're good to go. Next question from Chris. We don't use opportunities for sales currently. We track our sales via the pipeline and closed sales dashboards. Is the way in Goldmine Web you can view all sales. That would probably be part of your activities. Currently, Chris, that would be probably difficult to see all of your sales, the basic way in which you're tracking sales at the moment. Opportunities is another popular way of tracking sales. So sort of 50-50 there, Chris, at the moment. Next question from Caroline. How does email access work? I find it clumsy to view the emails. You actually, it's using your, when you click on an email address, it's using whatever email system is on your, whatever web-based email system is on your phone. So whether it be some other messaging system or Gmail or Yahoo, whatever, it's going to fire up that. So it's just going to access your standard built-in email system on your phone. We do have a little fact sheet, a little FAQ on emailing with Goldmine Web that I'll send over to you, Caroline, that explains all the ins and outs of emailing via Goldmine Web or via smartphone. Next question from Diana. Hi Tim, how do we get the latest version of Goldmine in order to use Goldmine Web, or just need the browser link. Diana, I'll email or contact you after the call. You just need to have your Goldmine system, make sure we're on the latest version there, and then Goldmine Web is installed. Next question from Chris. You mentioned that there will be more functionality added in time and dashboards will be introduced very shortly. Is there an ETA on or a prediction for dashboards? We believe the next release of Goldmine and Goldmine Web, so this will be 2016.2, will be towards the end of the autumn, so October, November time, we believe, Chris. But we will keep you posted up on our blog or via email when we know of a pending release there. Yes, Emily, okay, we'll send you that fact sheet, no problem at all. Next question from Chris. When clicking on opportunities, I get an error has occurred on the server mesh. I click on it, goes away or resumes normal. Do you have any advice on what may be causing this error message? Is this via Goldmine Web, Chris, or is this on your normal desktop? I'll get our help desk to contact you after this call, Chris. Okay, thanks very much, Chris. Right, just to bring our short presentation to close now, just to bring you up to date with any extra Goldmine news, we are regularly running Goldmine training courses at our Bristol offices, and you may be interested. We have a Goldmine Advanced training course for power users, those people wanting to get into more of the advanced functionality of Goldmine. On Tuesday the 13th, there's places on that, so please contact me for more information on that. The next hot fix for Goldmine, so every month a new release of Goldmine comes out, just fixing little issues it may find, sometimes some new functionalities added in. These occur on a monthly basis, normally on the first Thursday of the month, and so we're expecting one really is going to be our time is going to be Friday morning, so stay tuned for that. Any news on Goldmine hotfixes, Goldmine versions, any sort of Goldmine news will be up on our Goldmine blog. If you haven't seen that already, there we are, Goldmine blog, stuffed full of hundreds of tips, hints, and Goldmine news. So subscribe to that, please, and you'll get the automatic updates. And we do mail out from time to time. We don't tend to do mailings on the monthly releases. I think that would be rather tedious and boring for people. So stay tuned, those responsible for your Goldmine system, to our Goldmine blog there, and that any news on those hot fixes will appear up there, as indeed was, you can see there, hot fix number 3. Any suggestions for future calls like this, please email me. I'd love to hear from you. We have had some already, which we will include. For example, somebody the other week suggested the global replace function in Goldmine. Really good idea. Let me know. Particularly interesting things that may be of appeal to as many people as possible on as many different releases of Goldmine. But let me know. Tim Wilmot, tim@wizard-systems.com. So thanks very much for your time this morning. Watch out for the recording, and we'll hopefully catch up with you. We should be doing a presentation this time next Tuesday, and we'll be sending out the invites for that towards the end of the week, or probably Monday. But thanks very much for your time, and I'll get back to a few of you where there were some outstanding answers. Thanks very much indeed.